Al-Shaheen Gas Recovery and Utilization Project of QP was the first CDM project to be registered from the Middle East. Today, its gas gathering system is recognized as one of the world's largest CDM projects. As a result of our approach to the environmental management, we have successfully reduced gas flaring from Al-Shaheen field to an absolute minimum. The United Nations Framework on Climate Change Convention has very well recognized the efforts of Al-Shaheen's CDM project and issued more than 3 million carbon emission reduction credits for Qatar Petroleum for its first monitoring period in November 2012.
Over the past years, the state of Qatar has launched dozens of initiatives to protect and preserve the environment and to promote sustainable growth. Today, we are going to tell you about one such project.
This is the story of the Associated Gas Recovery and Reuse project implemented at Al-Shaheen oil field. We'll show you how the project took this
and converted into this. Our story begins way back in 1994 when oil recovery was commenced in Al-Shaheen oil field operated by Maersk Oil Qatar in partnership with Qatar Petroleum. A byproduct of drilling was associated gas, too little and too impure to be economically viable. Like at most such facilities in the world, the associated gas was simply flared away, but as time went by, the field was developed further and technology got better.
Prior to 2004, associated gas at the Al-Shaheen oil field was primarily flared, with the remaining gas utilized for on-site consumption. In the meantime, there was another key development.
In December 1997, 37 industrialized countries and the European Union adopted the Kyoto Protocol, agreed for binding targets to reduce their emissions of greenhouse gases. On 11th January 2005, Qatar signed and ratified the Kyoto Protocol. One of the tools under the Kyoto Protocol is Clean Development Mechanism or CDM.
CDM allows emission reduction projects in developing countries to earn certified emission reduction credits. That is 1 credit for each ton of carbon dioxide reduced. These credits can be traded and sold internationally to industrialized countries and help them meet their emission reduction targets. In the big picture, that means fewer emissions and a healthier environment.
It is indeed a matter of pride for the state of Qatar to receive the carbon emission reduction credits. The credits can be traded and used by industrialized countries to meet a part of their reduction targets under the Kyoto Protocol. The success of Al-Shaheen CDM project has been a major milestone for the energy and industry sector of Qatar. It will remain an enduring symbol of Qatar's commitment to the environment.
The project received the host country approval from Qatar Designated National Authority, DNA. Project is validated by an UNFCCC approved Designated Operational Entity, DOE, and the project is registered as CDM project with new UNFCCC in 29th May 2007. When QP completed its analysis, the environmental benefits of the CDM mechanism were indisputable.
When it was formally registered with the UNFCCC in May 2007, it became the first ever CDM project in the Gulf region.
As you can imagine, the planning and engineering challenges of a project of this scale were considerable.
As a responsible operator, Maersk Oil is committed to reducing our environmental impact through our operations and committed to looking for opportunities to do so. QP and ourselves, during the definition phase of the last major projects in Al-Shaheen, identified such opportunities. These projects were large, multi-billion-dollar projects so large and complex. Incorporating the opportunities to reduce flaring increased the complexity and increased the cost of these projects. It included the incorporating major equipment such as compressors, but nevertheless we were committed to do so because it reduced our environmental impact. We're really proud of the fact that the result is a 90% reduction in flaring between the period of 2007 to 2011, which I think is an excellent result.
A gas transport system also had to be built to the North Field Alpha, and extensive revamping was required in the Said gas processing plant. The associated gas recovery system became operational, and there has been no looking back since.
Gas that was previously flared is now captured to produce derivatives such as dry gas, LPG, and condensate. A part of these byproducts is being used to produce electricity for the national grid of Qatar, and another part is sent on to other factories to manufacture plastics and fuel additives. This is, in effect, electricity and petrochemical products that are produced from this flare gas as a fuel source and also as a feedstock.
A rigorous monitoring and reporting plan has been put in place to track the real performance of Al-Shaheen project. After a thorough verification process in accordance with the rules and regulations laid down by the UNFCCC, the project is now certified by a designated operational entity approved by the UNFCCC.
As the world's carbon markets mature in the future, the world will undoubtedly see more large-scale investments in flare reduction and other sustainability projects. The Al-Shaheen CDM project has been a major milestone for the energy and industry sector of Qatar, and it will remain an enduring symbol of Qatar's commitment to the environment.
In a first of its kind for the Middle East region, the United Nations Framework on Climate Change Convention UNFCCC has issued more than 3 million carbon credits for Qatar Petroleum Al-Shaheen Clean Development Mechanism CDM project, the first monitoring period. On Thursday, 29th November 2012, Al-Shaheen Gas Recovery and Utilization Project was the first CDM project to be registered from the Middle East region. These CR can be traded and sold and used by industrialized countries to meet a part of their reduction targets under the Kyoto Protocol. The success of a Shaheen CDM project has been a major milestone for the energy and industry sector of Qatar, and it will remain an enduring symbol of Qatar's commitment to the environment. A Shaheen CDM project reaffirms our commitment to environmental protection. It is the first of its kind in the region, has already earned worldwide acclaim. The international recognition for this project will further enhance the state of Qatar's image internationally as an oil and gas producer that is committed to protecting and preserving its environment, as well as protecting clean, sustainable development. We have learned valuable lesson by implementing this project, which reflect our commitment and effort to reduce gas flaring. A Shaheen CDM project itself is a milestone for the energy industry and the state of Qatar. The CDM project reaffirms our commitment to environmental protection.
The success of Al-Shaheen CDM project is a reflection of our commitment to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and serves as a glowing example of QP's environmental performance, capturing the essence of Her Highness Sheikh Moza bint Nasser's inspirational saying, and I quote, "If we nurture our environment, it will nurture us."